You will never be king as long as I live because we're both princes, you're not above me. I will be the next king and nothing will change that because it's my birthright.
Throne of Blood Part 1. In a kingdom soaked with secrets, bloodlines, and unspoken betrayals, the throne was a prize that killed as many as it crowned. Everyone desired power, but the cost of claiming it often proved higher than any could bear. The palace walls hid whispers of treachery, and the shadows in the corridors held stories that no one dared speak aloud. Here, ambition was a fire, and greed was the fuel. One wrong move, one misplaced trust, and death would come to collect its due. It all began with a young prince, barely 21, innocent and untested. Weeks after the sudden death of his father, the king, the elders of the land convened in secret. They feared a child could not govern such a kingdom, could not bear the weight of power and the wrath of the people. So, in a shadowed grove far from prying eyes, they buried the young prince alive in a shallow grave, pretending as if he had vanished without a trace. 6 months passed, and the kingdom, following its strict laws of succession, crowned a new ruler. Chief Yufu, chosen by the elders, was hailed as the new king. Yet none knew the curse the prince had placed with his dying breath. As you have killed me today because of your greed for the throne, he whispered to the winds before his life left him, so shall any man who sits on my father's throne perish within 21 days. As I die at 21, so shall the throne claim the life of any king in equal measure. Yufu ascended the throne with the blessing of the elders, their ignorance blinding them to the green snake hidden in the grass. Immediately, the new king revealed a cruel heart. No longer the chief they had known, Yufu's palace became a den of terror. Wives and daughters from the nobility were seized and brought into the royal harem, his wrath silencing even the most loyal of elders. Pleas for mercy, reminders of tradition, and tests of reason only fueled his fury. Desperate, the elders conspired once more, capturing the tyrant king and burying him alive beside the young prince. But the lessons of the past were yet unheeded. In the aftermath, they convened again, agreeing that the next king must be the least among them, the lowliest in rank, for the highest in line had always betrayed them once given power. They crowned the lowest-ranking chief, a man who proved dutiful and cautious. Yet, as the 21st day approached, he disappeared mysteriously. Fingers of suspicion were raised among the remaining elders, each accusing the other of murder. Paranoia replaced unity, greed and fear twisted every alliance. The throne became cursed in the minds of all. The elders, once bound by law and loyalty, began preparing to contest openly for the throne, each promising the villagers salvation, wealth, or power, but each secretly plotting the downfall of the others. On the day of selection, 5 elders stood before the town hall, declaring their vision for the kingdom. One by one, the villagers listened, weighed their words, and cast their hopes. In the end, it was Elder Ken who emerged as the chosen one. The coronation was set within 3 days, and anticipation lit every home with excitement and dread. Yet fate had other plans. On the morning of the coronation, a loud commotion erupted from Elder Ken's compound. Villagers rushed, hearts pounding, only to find his wife and children weeping. The man who had seemed strong and healthy the night before was dead. Shock froze the crowd. 3 kings had perished in less than 2 months. What unseen hand or curse was this? Fear and superstition spread faster than the morning sun. The throne, once a symbol of authority, became a seat of terror. No king dared claim it. The people of Opopo whispered of omens, parables of power corrupted and destiny unfulfilled. A kingdom, they said, cannot remain without a shepherd, yet a throne without wisdom devours all who dare sit upon it. Weeks passed. The 4 remaining elders, trembling but resolute, gathered the villagers, seeking a volunteer willing to face death for the crown. Silence fell, none dared speak, for the memory of 3 buried kings was too vivid. Then, one elder stepped forward. Murmurs filled the crowd. Could he be mad or brave? He declared, I will become king, but today, here, I will be crowned. If a spirit seeks to take me as it did before, it will not stop me. Once crowned, my word will be law, and only my descendants shall inherit this throne. The villagers, hesitant yet desperate for order, consented. On the spot, the crown was placed upon him, the robes draped across his shoulders. Joy and dancing returned. For the first 7 days, nothing occurred. Whispers turned into hope. Preparations for marriage and children began. Peace seemed to have returned. But exactly on the 21st day, the king lay down to rest and never woke. The throne of Opopo claimed yet another life. And so, the kingdom realized that the curse was not mere superstition, but a blood-bound decree sealed by the unjust death of the young prince, a reminder that in Opopo, power always came with a price, and the throne, soaked in blood, would always demand its due. To be continued.